The year is 1221. Imagine standing in the freezing wind of the Eurasian steppe, mounted on a warhorse sprinting at 50 kilometers per hour. The terrain beneath you is rugged and uneven, causing the heavy animal to violently jolt up and down. In your hands, you hold a massive tensed bow. Your target? A moving enemy knight over 100 meters away, encased in heavy steel armor. Logically, at this speed, simply keeping an arrow notched on your bow should be completely impossible, let alone hitting a bullseye. Yet, the Mongols did not miss. Ever. Their arrows found the gaps in armor, the eyes of enemy generals, and the hearts of charging horses with terrifying sniper-like precision. How did an entire army of nomadic warriors achieve a level of accuracy that modern sports shooters can only dream of? The global empire built by Genghis Khan wasn't just a product of numbers or brutality. It was founded on a secret combination of advanced physics, biomechanics, and a biological hack that transformed humans into living weapons. Today we break down the hidden science behind why Mongol horse archers never missed their targets. To understand their flawless aim, we first have to look at how modern marksmen shoot. Whether it's a sniper or an Olympic archer, the golden rule is absolute stillness. They calm their breathing, lock their posture, and release the shot when their body is completely static. But doing this on top of a galloping horse is a death sentence for accuracy. Every single step the horse takes sends a violent shockwave directly up into the rider's body. If you sit flat in the saddle, your hands will shake, your vision will blur, and your arrow will fly wildly off course. But maintaining a steady upper body was only half the battle. The real magic, the ultimate secret that separated the Mongols, lay in the exact microsecond they chose to release the arrow. When a horse gallops at maximum speed, there is a specific 4-beat rhythm to its stride. During 3 of those beats, at least one hoof is striking the earth, transferring a jarring impact. But during the 4th beat, something incredible happens. There is a tiny, fraction of a second window where all 4 of the horse's hooves leave the ground simultaneously. For that brief flash, the horse is airborne. Because the horse has no contact with the ground, it generates 0 upward or downward vibration. Mongol archers spent their entire lives training their minds and muscles to feel this exact heartbeat. They would draw their bows, track targets, and loose arrows exclusively during that microscopic window. They were essentially shooting from a zero-gravity platform, neutralizing the physics of motion entirely. This unparalleled accuracy was sustained by an incredible logistical advantage. Every single Mongol warrior traveled with a small herd of 5 to 6 horses, switching between them constantly during a long campaign. This meant their war horses were always fresh, full of energy, and capable of maintaining that perfect, smooth galloping rhythm required for precise mid-air shooting, even after days of intense tactical marching. Of course, having a perfect biological shooting platform means nothing without the right weapon. The weapon of choice was a highly advanced piece of military engineering called the composite bow. A Mongol bow was a laminated masterpiece crafted from a combination of maple wood, stiff horn from buffaloes, and animal sinew. These elements were fused together over months using fish bladder glue. The horn provided immense compression strength on the inner side, while the sinew gave it elasticity. When unstrung, the bow curved completely backwards into a tight C shape. Furthermore, their arsenal included an array of specialized arrowheads, from heavy, broad steel tips designed to split open chainmail to long, thin bodkin points forged specifically to drill directly through thick iron plate armor. They even utilized unique whistling arrows that made a terrifying screaming sound in midair. These weren't just for killing, they were used by commanders to send audible tactical signals across vast, chaotic battlefields. Stringing it required immense strength, creating a draw weight of up to 160 pounds. This meant the tiny bow stored massive kinetic energy, launching armor-piercing arrows at near-sonic speeds. The deadly accuracy of the Mongol archer was maximized by an equally lethal tactical doctrine. Their most famous maneuver was the Parthian shot, combined with a strategy known as the feigned retreat. The cavalry would charge, engage in a brief skirmish, and then suddenly flee in apparent terror. Believing they had won, the enemy knights would break their disciplined lines to chase them down. But as the Mongols sprinted away at full speed, the archers would smoothly twist their entire upper bodies 180 degrees backward in their saddles, unleashing a continuous hail of arrows. As the pursuing forces grew tired and disorganized, the fleeing Mongols would suddenly turn back around to encircle the exhausted enemy, closing the trap and launching a final, devastating close-range assault. This combination of psychological manipulation, extreme mobility, and unyielding accuracy meant that traditional armies of Europe and Asia stood absolutely no chance against the fast-moving steppe warriors. The Mongol army operated like a living supercomputer, calculating wind resistance, horse speed, and arrow trajectory simultaneously to wipe out entire legions without ever taking a single hit in return. Ultimately, the legendary accuracy of the Mongol horse archers wasn't driven by luck. It was the result of a flawless synchronization between horse and rider, physics, and an advanced weapon system.